What is going on, guys? Spiteful host back again, coming at you with an account showcase. I'm gonna try to quickly go over these characters. Um, I wanted to do this mainly because it is my 400th login day. If you want to see me go more in depth into characters and stuff like that, leave in the comments below which attribute you want me to go over first. As of right now, I'm just gonna quickly go over relatively quickly on the characters and how I personally would run them and stuff like that. So like if a character is good in PvP, I'll say PvP and PvE. I'm not gonna go too deep into crazy builds and stuff like that. I just want to be relatively quick because if not, this is gonna be a really long video and I don't want that. So Wonder Weiss, hybrid PvE character, wouldn't really run him in PvP unless I go straight up a gold chappy build. Salaporo, good in PvP and PvE, really good auto unit in my opinion. He doesn't deal as much damage as I would have liked him to, but he's still a very usable unit and personally one of the better healers in the game because he actually contributes to the party's DPS. And to me, that's pretty relevant. Alright, tag team Renji. A lot of people were giving Renji crap, but honestly, one of the highest spiritual pressures in the game. Very good unit, strong attack recharge time. Even though he does have a charge, it deals significant damage even when it's not charged. And when it is charged, it's like it's pretty much a full screen attack, which is insane. Tag team Ichigo, Hollow and Arrancar killer. No. Tag team Renji also has Hollow and Arrancar killer, so he's very good in PvE. Pretty good in PvP. I haven't really tested him too much. Tag Team Ichigo, good in PvE. Not really so much in PvP, simply because he doesn't have the crazy range that other units have, such as Tag Team Yoruichi or the NAD power that Noitora has. He does have Soul Reaper and Arrancar Killer, which makes him very good for PvE, especially the inheritance that's currently going on right now. Chojiro, PvE, not really sure for PvP. I can't really test it. If y'all want to see reviews and stuff like that, let me know. If I don't have it out already, I do want to work on Chojiro eventually. Someone's been bugging me. Cough cough Sunogi. I know. Eventually. So tag team Jushiro, absolute beast NAD unit. Pretty good in PvE. Has a vortex. PvP, he's actually incredibly good because he does have a Rancor and a Espada killer, which is excellent. So Retsu, very good K advantage with what is her K advantage? I don't even know what it is. Oh, a Rancor and Soul Reaper. That's actually pretty good. She is a really good unit. She does have Frenzy, pretty good strong spiritual pressure. My only issue is that she does have a heal link. Thankfully, it is an enhanced link, so I'll give her a pass on that. But she's really good in just all around. Alright, Segunda Etapa Okiura, one of my favorite units. Personally, I did level up some link slots of him. I did get one to level 10. I wish that I did 555 instead. But beggars can't be choosers. I do have him as 110% spiritual pressure. I usually have him built up almost at all times. It is what it is. This character is good in PvE. Soul Reaper K advantage, which is insane. Like honestly, he clears raids really quickly if they have Soul Reapers. Personally, I would use him anywhere where there's Soul Reapers, even if it's a blue, red, green, or orange run like raid. Alright, Halibel, pretty mediocre unit as a hybrid. Pretty good in PvP because she is tankier than Dangai. Aside from that, I wouldn't really run her in PvE just because I do have better units. Stark, a little bit mediocre compared to Jushiro, which is unfortunate because Jushiro came out like 2 weeks right after Stark. We got two Heart NAD units. Units which we actually needed, by the way, because our only Heart NAD unit beforehand was Shunsui. And even though his NAD was pretty good, he's like a year old. He was like maybe like 6-7 months old at that time, at the point where Stark came out. So Stark was definitely a healthy addition to the game. Also, Stark also has Soul Reaper K advantage, which makes him pretty good in PvE. And it should have translated PvP, but honestly, he just doesn't stack up without Poise, without Frenzy, without Flurry. And his NAD string's not fast enough to outrun the strong attack builds or the Flurry characters such as Noitora and Kenpachi's. Anniversary Ichigo, one of the better units in the game in terms of strong attacks. Personally, I would run him in PvE. He's pretty good in PvP, assuming you don't run into Fullbring Ichigo and or Tensas. keep in mind that he gets wrecked by those two, so running him in PvP is really risky. That being said, if you don't get paired up against either of those, he can deal massive amounts of damage even without having to charge his third skill. Sun Sun does have a Soul Reaper K advantage, which makes her good in PvE. She does have Frenzy as well. Her and Anniversary Ichigo obviously is a lot stronger in terms of how quickly he clears, but Sun Sun's a very good character, and I don't want anyone to sleep on her. Alright, so Apache, it was a while before it's been a while since we gotten a good green NAD user, a NAD character for green. I still prefer Kendo Kenpachi just because the Flurry Poise, and I use him more in PvP, and if I'm going to be using a character for PvE, I'm probably bringing Fullbring Ichigo, to be honest. So, Lolly, doesn't matter. Raruka's a very good NAD unit. I'd say she's good in PvE and PvP. I'd run her with Chappies. Jushiro, mediocre, to be honest. I wouldn't run him anywhere. I'd use him as a link. Retsu, really good healing unit, strong attack recharge time, probably one of the better healers in the game. Simply because of that, she does have ranged guard breaks, and she is a ranged user. She does have a melee strong attack built into her heal, which I don't really like. I wish that it counted as ranged guard break, but it's whatever. Again, one of my favorite characters in this game. Very strong strong attack user. Soul Reaper K advantage, which is insane. I do have him 2 out of 5. I do run him with a Captain's Robe and Yuki Pupple's combo. I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I put it on Khan. I was wondering who I put who I put his equipment on. I do have him at 10, 10, 5. It took a long time, but almost no. All my purple potions went to him. Most of the farming was done with Sigunatapa Okiura, Veruca, and Grimmjow. Grimmjow came in clutch this time around. Yoruichi, I don't have any link slot potions on her. Definitely one of the better PvP units. Oh, right. Gin, good in PvE and PvP. I definitely run him strong attack damage build in PvP and strong attack recharge time in PvE. Yoruichi, very good strong attack damage character. I run her in PvP as a strong attack damage build. Straight up Yuki Pupple's combo, 110% spiritual pressure. She's insane. I run her with strong attack recharge time in PvE just because her NAD string doesn't really deal too much damage. Zomari, mediocre. Sorry, K-Lab, but you made Yoruichi the only usable minority in this entire game. Like, that's saying something. Just saying. In terms of, like, not being, white. We don't even have a usable Chad. Like, you guys need to step it up, because it's getting on my nerves. Kukupuro, very good in PvE and PvP, one of the better units in the game. I'd highly recommend you get him at level 200 and give him 10, 10, 10 link slots. And for the love of God, please don't listen to me when I say that. Noitora, oh my goodness, my Noitora is, I want to say, is one of the strongest in the game. And I can actually live by that because look at it. He probably took the most work to do, to be honest, just because I do have him at 10, 10, 10. I don't even think I have Fullbring Ichigo at 10, 10, 10. I think I have him at 10, 10, 9. I don't even remember, to be honest. I think I farmed it the last two. I don't know. I'll check. But attack 30, attack 30, attack 30. I do have a Pupples with 30 attack, but when it comes to PvP, I want to keep my focus just so that I can tear into any Kendo Kenpachis, Fullbring Ichigos, anything that comes his way, pretty much. 10, 10, 10 link slots, obviously, is insane. And with Flurry and Adrenaline and Long Reach and Sprinter and a Vortex, he's definitely one of the better units for PvE, and he's an incredibly powerful unit for PvP. I highly recommend using link slot potions on him. Yemi is garbage. Grimmjow, okay, he has a Arrancar K advantage, which is really good. With decreased damage taken 20%, he's also really tanky. He's really good in PvE, really good in PvP. I'd run him in both. Personally, I would run Sigunatapa Okiura instead of him, but in PvP, Grimmjow's the way to go, by far. Love is whack. Cayenne is mediocre, honestly. I wouldn't really run him anywhere. Unfortunately, I do like him a lot, and they did give him Frenzy. It's just mediocre is mediocre. Ginjo's pretty good in PvP if you have Chappies to put him on. to put onto him. His NAD is actually pretty good. Wouldn't really run him in PvE, wouldn't really use him as a link either. Uryu, definitely one of the stronger NAD units in the game. Second only to Noitoro for power. I wouldn't really recommend putting too many link slot potions. I wouldn't 10-10-10 him. Maybe I would 5-5-5 him, but I feel like I would regret giving him a level 10 link slot as opposed to the characters that I did put it on. Alright, so Fullbring Ichigo, one of the better units in the game. He will be coming out with Crossroads Volume 2 very soon if you're watching this when it comes out and not when it came out. So I do have level 10-10-10 link slots on him. I do strong attack recharge time build when I use PvE. For PvP, I would recommend using sad builds. I do want to test out something, but I'm not going to spoil that video here. Spiritual Pressure 30, 30, and 20. I'm still working on this tension tie. For PvP, I use a Captain's Rope with 30 SP. And yeah, so that's my Fullbring Ichigo. I do have him at 3 out of 5 special. Do not regret feeding his duplicates. Alright, moving on. Izuru, just a link. Iba, link. If that, to be honest. Isane is not a bad healer. I don't really recommend using her, though, just because her strong attacks are really hard to play out. Her special moves hard to use. Tsukishima is good in PvP with Chappies. Good in PvE. Definitely one of the better healers in the game as well. With his first strong attack, Inflicting Weaken, and his special Inflicting Weaken, I personally like Tsukishima a lot. He's just fallen off in terms of damage dealing because of all the characters with Frenzy that we're getting, like Swimsuit Neliel, Gin, and Tag Team Renji. Lost Agent Byakuya, I'm sorry, Cowboy. I know that you love him. Believe me, I know and I understand, but he's not good. He's not good. All right, moving on. Yukio, he's fallen off. He's still a really good unit for blue. Definitely one of the better ranged units for blue. Second only to Anniversary Ichigo, in my opinion. Nemu, we can't badmouth Nemu. Just use the special, let it play out all the time. Ikaku, good in PvP. He's definitely alright. I would use Ikaku in PvP if I didn't have Blue Kenny. With his enhanced boost, keep in mind that it does not stack. So do not use 2 units that boost because they'll cancel each other out and they waste too much time wasting that boost that they might end up losing all their stamina before then. But he's not a bad PvE unit. Personally, I would use him in PvP. Like I said, if I wasn't using Blue Kenny. Alright, now Blue Kenny is definitely one of the best units in the game. With boost, poise, flurry, and his K advantage of Espada, he's absolutely insane. I do have a level 10 link slot on him. I'm proud that I have a level 10 link slot on him. Attack 30, attack 15, stamina 40. Pretty much this is my build for PvP. As you can see, he's pretty much made to be tanky and deal a lot of damage at the same time. So yeah, I would recommend using link slot potions on him. I would recommend using link slot potions on Anniversary Ichigo as well for blue. Those are the only units I would really recommend using link slot potions. Other than that, you run the risk of just using it on a character that could fizzle out in the very, very near future, especially with manga characters coming out. Alright, Lost Agent Toshiro, I don't think that I used link slot potions on him. No, I did not. He's not a bad candidate for link slot potions with freeze on all of his attacks, Arrancar K advantage. He's very, very powerful. Spiritual Pressure 688 at level 200. He has very, very fast strong attack activations, which makes him very good for PvP. Personally, I wouldn't really run him for PvP just because full screen strong attacks are my thing, which is why I leveled up for Gin. Which is why I opted for Gin. Alright, so moving on. Alright, Rose. If y'all saw my review, no. Just no. Renji, not a bad NAD unit. Personally, I would run him for PvE. He's not bad in PvP if you have a gold chappy and stuff like that. I personally wouldn't run him in PvP just because I feel like he would fizzle out too much. It's just too risky. Raruka, very good PvE and PvP unit. She's fallen off a little in PvP thanks to Fullbring Ichigo and Tensa taking the spotlight with the Soul Reaper K advantage. Tensa's insane. And Fullbring Ichigo with his strong attack activation times being as fast as they are, interrupt for the most part. Fullbring Ichigo, Tensa, and Raruka are definitely my sad characters of choice when it comes to green. Christmas Sapporo, honestly, he doesn't have bad NAD. I've been contemplating bringing him to level 200 just for the fact that his attack stats pretty good, and I could get him with 176% attack. But I'll wait till Christmas, and then I'll work on him. That way I can come out with like some crazy gameplay for the Christmas characters. Tag team Soifon. Why? Soul Reaper and Espada K advantage. Mediocre stats across the board. Like, honestly, she could have been so much better. Increased normal attack damage. Bruiser of 15%. Like, she could have been so good, to be honest. Even with a 5 out of 5 special and attention tied with bombardment, she's still not one-shotting bosses in fusion trials, which is a big no-no for me. Personally. Like, Rukia at least does that. Like, Tag Team Rukia. So, yeah, I don't know. Tag Team Soifon's not really that great. Without Frenzy or Flurry, she just falls off. Her Vortex is nice, but like I said, not for me. Tag Team Sajin doesn't have a high spiritual pressure stat, so he fell off really quickly, even though he does have Frenzy. He's not a bad unit. I personally wouldn't use Link Slot Potions on him. I personally wouldn't bring him with 200 unless he's your only hard character and you really need a hard character. Tag Team Rangaku, definitely not a bad unit. Don't sleep on Tag Team Rangaku, guys. Like, she 14 strong attack recharge time. She might not have Flurry or Frenzy, but with Arrancar and Hollow K advantage, she's not bad for PvE. She can auto relatively well thanks to being a ranged character. Having a lot of range guard break also helps her out a lot. Personally, I like Tag Team Ranku. I'll definitely give her the nod. Muramasa, one of my favorite units in the game. I wish that they gave him Frenzy so that he'd be more relevant, but honestly, I don't think he's a bad unit. I really don't. I wish he was better. Like, I wish I got Koga, to be honest. Either Koga would have been great. But, yeah. Like, that's all I have to say. He does have Bombardment. He does have Debilitator. He does have Weakening on his special. And his Vortex. So, honestly, he's not a bad character for PvE. I wouldn't use him for PvP. Rangaku and Sajin, I wouldn't really use for PvP either. Soifon for PvP, no. Christmas Salapora for PvP, no. I forgot to go over those. Kazushini's not really that bad in PvP thanks to his dodge rate. Aside from that, I wouldn't really use him anywhere else. Tag Team Momo, she's fallen off too much, to be honest. Tag Team Shunsui's never really been high up there. He has pretty good NAD for green, but personally, I don't care too much for it. Tag Team Byakuya. Now, Tag Team Byakuya is probably... No. Tag Team Byakuya, in my opinion, is still the best Byakuya, unfortunately. He's fallen off since he's come out. He does have a Arrancar and a Espada K advantage, so he used to be, like, the one-shot king when it comes to Stark. Because when Stark came out with his 6-star, I was expecting more people to run a 6-star Stark. And 6-star Stark never really caught on. So Byakuya kind of fell off over there. But honestly, with his Arrancar K advantage, he's still good in PvE. I actually used to run him until I got Tag Team Ichigo. So when it comes to fusion trials. So don't really sleep on Tag Team Byakuya. I wouldn't mind bringing him to 200. As you can see, I already got him there. I do plan on making like a PvP, not a PvP video. I do plan on making like an inheritance video with him. I think it could be fun. And we'll see how that goes. Alright, Tag Team Sogyo no Kodawari. Well, no, just regular Sogyo no Kodawari, excuse me. Trash. Sorry, Olivia. Sogyo is not that good at all. He's just not. Katen Kyokotsu is whack. Yumichika is pretty good. With Hollow and Soul Reaper Killer, when he first came out, he was like the Hogyoku Aizen destroyer. Like, he was the answer to Hogyoku Aizen. With a dodge rate link, I think me and Nerd used to actually discuss about how we used to use him in PvP like all the time. Tag Team Mayuri is pretty whack in my opinion. I was hoping that he was going to be really good. When I finally got him, I realized, wow, these strong attacks are doo-doo. Tag Team Rukia is one of my favorite characters in the game. Honestly, she's not that good anymore. I know, believe me. But I still had to bring her to level 200. I got her to 5 out of 5. Hollow and Arrancar K advantage, so she's good in PvE. She was really fun in PvE. Especially when she first came out, because like back then, you didn't need Frenzy. Like look at these trashy stats. Like Berserker 10%, Havoc 10%, Blast Zone 20%, Bombardment. Like that was back when it was acceptable to have low multipliers. Now you kind of need high multipliers, and you need frenzy to be actually relevant in the game. It's kind of sad. Personally, tag team Rukia is not really that good in PvP anymore, but she used to be, and I hope that the magnification, when they increase the magnifiers for her, that she's usable again, cause I really did like playing with her. Kensei, nah. Hisagomaru, nah. Kisuke was actually pretty good in PvP with Chappies. He was actually not a bad character at all when he first came out. He's fallen off because he doesn't really have crazy multipliers on his skills. He doesn't have frenzy. He does have bombardment, which actually made him a really good boss killer. I prefer to use him just because he did have poison on his vortex, and I like vortexes. Baragon still really good in PvP. He's a very stall heavy unit, so I highly recommend building him to stall if you choose to do so. I personally wouldn't use him in PvE just because he just works too slow in my opinion. But with his dodge rate, makes him still one of the top answers in PvP if you have Chappies. Alright, Hogyoku Aizen's fallen off. Dangai has fallen off, unfortunately. He's still... Dangai Ichigo's not bad in PvP still, but you need really good accessories to make him work, which it's kind of hard to invest in that, to be honest. Haneko's pretty mediocre, unfortunately. She was pretty good when she first came out, but she's fallen off. Zabimaru, definitely a really good damage reduction link. As a unit, she's good in PvP because of her link. Aside from that, I wouldn't really use her in PvE. Jushiro's one of the best units in the game for blue when it comes to strong attack damage. He's fallen off a bit thanks to Yukio, Anniversary, Ichigo, and Sun, but he's still not a bad unit in my opinion. Taking him to 200, I would definitely consider using him in PvP. I just don't have the resources to spare at the moment. Tag Team Shunsui, I do plan to bring him to 200 eventually. Don't have the resources to do so. He's fallen off, in my opinion. Same with Mine Toshiro, Tobiyume, Senbon Sakura, Gin, Soifon, Genrusai, Halibel, Stark, Ashido. What's this girl's name? This irrelevant girl. Karen, Shuhei. Alright. And then we'll go from there. So, Parasol Nanao is definitely one of the best healers in the game with strong attack recharge time and straight up oh, and with a melee attack, I like her a lot. Her special sucks in my opinion just because it's like a vortex and it's a huge vortex, so it actually takes up a crap ton of power of your phone. Like, yo, I can't tell you how many times I've killed my friends by using her special. It's fun. It's fun. Halibel, I'd use her in PvE. Nanao, I'd use her in PvE and PvP. Alright. Full Hollow Ichigo and Sigunatapa Okiura. I would recommend using them in PvE. Personally, I would do Full Hollow Ichigo as Nad, Sigunatapa as strong attack recharge time just because he does have frenzy. Izuru's whack, Byakuya is whack, Ishin, damage reduction link. White Day characters are trash unless it's Okiura. Don Kanonji is a god. Tegura is pretty good with with Sprinter and Long Stride. She's actually really fun to play with. Kisuke is a Crystal Link. Tessai is whack. Valentine's Day Rukia is trash. She was my pick at 200. Don't think that I actually brought her to 200. Mayuri is whack. Kendo Kenpachi is still very good in PvP. I don't really like using him in PvE, even though he is really good at autoing raids that are blue, that have range guard. Aside from that, I don't really use him too much. Noitora is bad. Kon is the best unit in the game. Highly recommend you get him 10 out of 10. Like 10, 10, 10 link slot potions. I just didn't have... I totally forgot about him for a sec, which was my fault. As you can see, like, Gin's just the link for Kon, and I have him at 110% spiritual pressure. Alright, make sure I'm not losing space on my phone, because I don't want this to crash. Like, I know this video is going to be long. Alright, where's Kon at? Where you at? Alright, going over anyone else that's usable. I don't see anyone. Visor Ichigo's okay in PvE. White Ichigo's okay in PvE. They've fallen off a lot. These units have fallen off way too much. Red Ken, still somewhat usable. I wouldn't really use him though. Like, I have no Tora, I don't have to worry about him. Retsu's still relatively useful, especially for extreme co-op. The frenzy characters, I highly recommend you complete these frenzy characters. At least get into 100% soul tree at 6-star. You'll never know when the links are useful. Like, I'm actually using this frenzy Toshiro link on my Fullbring Ichigo for PvP because he has a strong type damage link and he gives some extra spiritual pressure. You see, these are all duplicates. For the most part, Don Chaka, good damage reduction link. Baby Nell's good damage reduction link. Oh, I didn't max out. No. Oh yeah, I forgot that I bought her. She's fallen off. I personally wouldn't use her. Let me like set stuff up so that I could get some orbs. I didn't even realize that. I could use the orbs on that. Okay. And that'll do it for my 5 stars. So let's get into my accessories. This is where I flex. When I started this game, I put a huge focus on accessories, and having the accessories to auto guys, I tell you guys, build a foundation, and accessories are your foundation, because no matter what goes on, no matter what character gets outdated, your accessories are still there. You know what I mean? So let's go over my 5 stars. We'll start with red, and then I'll go to like an actual green character. That way you guys can see like all the bonuses and stuff like that. Because if I just show you like green, like you're gonna see like all the stats halved. So let's do that. So I have one Yuki dispenser at 5-star. I got an attack 20%, but it's not good enough. If I'm using an attack percent, I'd rather just use a gold chappie, to be honest. So Yuki dispenser, spiritual pressure 30. Tension tie with 30% spiritual pressure. The reason I have an attack 20% is because of Red Kenpachi. God forbid they come out with another character with a boost as their special. I want to have an attack percent just so that if they're an ad character and it doubles their special length, like the boost from Red Kenpachi, for example, like he can deal a massive amounts of damage. You know what I mean? So Red Pebbles Dispenser, spiritual pressure 30, attack 30, stamina 40. Like, that's kind of what you want. You want like one of each. I leveled up these watches so that I could feed them. Ended up getting spiritual pressure 30. This was my first spiritual pressure 30 roll that wasn't on a purple chappie, and this was my this was recent. This I wanted to feed, but I got attack 30, and I'm like, whatever. You know what? I'll take it. Hokioku, I got a spiritual pressure 30 on the first one. I wanted attack 30, and I eventually got it. But I have this, and I don't know what to do with it yet. Hojikuzai, stamina 40. Kind of standard for autoing raids and stuff like that. I was gonna try to get stamina 40 on my second gold chappie. Honestly, it hit attack 30 first, and I'm not gonna complain. Like, I'll take it. I'll gladly take it. My red chappies, attack 30 and stamina 40. Captain's robe, spiritual pressure 30. I never got another color. I never got a good roll on a red captain's robe. Otherwise, I probably would have kept a different roll. Alright, moving on. Let's see if I can get like a team with a bunch of colors. Let's do green, purple, and this, and then I could have mind. Alright, good. Yeah, so we'll go over my blue accessories. Like, my blue accessories I've worked on more heavily as of late. I didn't have any spiritual pressure as like recently, right? Like since my Sun review, if you guys saw that, like I had like 60% spiritual pressure max. So I made it an entire effort. I used all my rerolls for blue, and this is what I came up with. Yugi dispenser, spiritual pressure 30, attack 30, stamina 40, attack 30. I got 2 attack 30s, and I kept leveling up Yugi dispensers, and eventually I got spiritual pressure 30. Didn't have to sacrifice attack 30 rolls on my other Yukis. Spiritual pressure 30, attack 30, spiritual pressure 20. I was just leveling up tension ties. I rerolled this so many times, but when I 5-starred a tension tie, I got spiritual pressure 30 on it, decided to keep it. Just Me personally, guys, when it comes nowadays with inheritance, for example, like you want to have a full team of blue characters. I'm trying to have like at least 2 or 3 of each accessory. You know what I mean? So Spirit Core, I didn't have the heart to feed the second one. Attack 30. Spiritual Pressure 30 was gonna feed it, but I didn't have much Spiritual Pressure 30 at the time, and I maxed it out. And now I'm kind of stuck with it because it's just like it's a Spiritual Pressure 30 roll. Why would I feed it? You know what I mean? Stamina 40, Spiritual Pressure 30, Attack 30, Attack 30, Spiritual Pressure 20. Now, blue Pupples, man. Yo, I re-rolled this at least 20 to 40 to 50 times. Like, I don't even know how many times I re-rolled this. Stamina 40, only kept it because it's a watch, and I'm trying to keep, like, one watch of everything. That way I have, like, a coin farming team should I need it. Like, imagine if they come out with, like, an event where you need to use a blue character to enter for a lot of coin, or you need to use a red character. I'd rather have, like, I'd rather just be ready. Incomplete Hogyoku, maxed it out, got Spiritual Pressure 30, good for Sun. Hojikusai, Stamina 40, been trying to work on another Hojikusai, but I'm not sure exactly. Well, I'm just being picky. I'm just feeding it if it isn't a good roll. You know what I mean? Like, I'm at the point where I kind of need good rolls, or else it's just not worth my time. Attack 30, obviously didn't want to feed it. Chappie, Stamina 24, Attack 30. Didn't get Stamina 40, but I mean, I figure why not. I'd rather have 2 of each Chappie at 5-star just for inheritance and stuff like that. Captain's Robe, Stamina 40. Personally, I like Captain's Robes with Stamina 40 or Attack 30 or Spiritual Pressure 30. That was the only good roll I got on it, and I mean, I guess I'll leave it at that. You know, beggars can't be choosers, and I say that quite often. I know I do, and I do realize that. All right, let's go over my mind accessories. Let's go to augment. All right, accessories. Here we go. All right, Spiritual Pressure 30, Stamina 40, Spiritual Pressure 20, Stamina 24. This is a Stamina 40. I just never leveled it up, and I never really had a reason to. I'm kind of just keeping it just because I do want to re-roll it for Attack 30, but not sure exactly how I want to go about it. I definitely want to keep the Spiritual Pressure 20 just in case I want to run multiple units, you know what I mean? Like, say they come out with the like Grimjow, for example, say they come out with like another damage reduction mine character, that way I can have them all on the same PvP team. Tension Tie, Stamina 24. I should be feeding this sometime soon. I made the mistake of equipping it to somebody. I'm gonna equip it there. That way it comes off of whoever it's on. That way I can feed it later. Spiritual Pressure 30, Spiritual Pressure 30. I got Spiritual Pressure 30 when I brought it to 5-star. There's no way in hell I'm gonna just feed it. You know what I mean? It's a Tension Tie. Shahoan Shield, Stamina 24. Kind of a whack roll, but obviously I'm not gonna feed a Shahoan Shield. They're very rare. Attack. I don't know exactly what the roll is on this. I'm assuming it's 30 attack. My Pupples, Attack 30, Spiritual Pressure 30. I'm not sure if this is Attack 30 or Spiritual Pressure, or I mean Attack 20 or 30. I don't really know. I'll have to check eventually. Stamina 40, not a bad roll for Pupples. I do have the Attack, Spiritual Pressure, Stamina combo for those. Attack 30, Spiritual Pressure 30, Stamina 40, and Attack 30. As you can see, I put a very big strain on my mind accessories. I've been working on that a lot, just because I keep getting them. I do have Stamina 40, Stamina 40 Chappie, Stamina 40 Chappie, and Attack 20 Chappie. Like I said, gotta keep as much as I can. Stamina 40 Captain's Robe, Spiritual Pressure 30. And now we can move on to purple. Alright, we're actually pumping this out relatively quickly. I thought this was going to take longer. I don't even know how long this has been going on. It's been going on a while, though. I know that. Alright, so let's do this. Pop purple. Make sure I'm not running out of space right quick. Alright, now Yuki's. Now, this took quite a while. I did have Spiritual Pressure 20 on a Yuki and Pupples, so I started working on my purple. Eventually did get a Spiritual Pressure 30 on the Yuki and Pupples, so let's quickly go over that. Spiritual Pressure 30 on the Tension Tie. If you can't tell, I'm actually losing my voice. Spiritual Pressure 6, 20. This is the special edition bulletin. Don't really feel a need to re-roll it, to be honest. I don't really care too much. Bubbles Dispenser, attack 20, Spiritual Pressure 20, and 30. Stamina 40, Stamina 40, Stamina 40, Stamina 40, attack 30, and Spiritual Pressure 30. I kind of wanted it to be Stamina 40 or attack 30 for Shunsui and whatnot, but I do have Gin, so when I saw that Spiritual Pressure 30 Captain's Robe, it was really hype. You can ask like people that were there when I pulled it, like I was like screaming into the mic. Ew, like shut up. Alright, let's go over the green accessories. Alright, attack 30, Spiritual Pressure 30. Yo, this Yuki took me, I want to say at least 70 to 100 rerolls, and I'm not even exaggerating. Probably one of the biggest pains in my life when it comes to this game. I actually got this Yuki to level 50 by re-rolling, guys. I didn't use any hearts, no accessories aside from 5 stars. Tension tie attack 30, Spiritual Pressure 20. I re-rolled this Tension tie at least 30 to 50 to 60 times. I actually had it both at attack 30, and I didn't have Spiritual Pressure 20 until literally like last month. Just to give you like an example, like I've had this attack 30 Tension tie since the beginning of the game pretty much. Shohoan Shield attack 30, don't really use it. There's not really many ranged red characters in PvP. Uryu is not really that prevalent. And I almost never get matched up against Uryus. There's not really many good blue ranged units either. So I just don't really have a need for it. I'd rather just use Gold Chappie, and Pupples. Or a Captain's Robe, to be honest. Because I think I'm using a Captain's Robe right now. Spiritual Pressure 20, attack 30, Spiritual Pressure 30. Took a while to get that 30 Pupples. Spiritual Pressure 20, Stamina 40, attack 30. Took me quite a few rerolls, but not too many, thankfully. I leveled up my Enraku. I wanted Spiritual Pressure 30 or Stamina 40. I ended up getting attack 30, and I'm like, ooh, that's good. I'll probably get a bad roll for the next one. Ended up getting Stamina 40 back to back, which is pretty epic, to be honest. Alright, Chappie, attack 30, Stamina 40, attack 30, Spiritual Pressure 30, thankfully. And I'd have a lot of 4 stars. A lot of 4 stars. I'll go over my 4-star accessories. I already went over everything for that. Yeah, okay. I'll quickly go over my 4-star accessories. That shouldn't take long at all. 4 stars. Alright. When it comes to fusing, guys, like you guys see all these Yukis, right? And you guys think that it's all fun and games and stuff like that, but let me show you my XP books. Let me show you the coin watches, the Hogyokus, the Hojikusais, the headbands, the teddy bears that no one really uses because there's no humans, and chaps. But you guys saw my chappies. Like, I don't have a need to get them to 5-star anymore. Like, not really. And then I have like a bunch of Captain's Robes. So there's that. And 5-star accessories, I have these two. Defense and attack 10%. So like it's not even really good rolls. But okay, I have 5800 2-star hearts, 2000 3-star, 14 4-star. That's what I have for that. I have 120 Hogyokus. And I mean, I guess that's it for the account showcase. If y'all want me to go more in depth in characters, I tried to go as fast as I could. But let me know in the comments below what you guys want to see. And I'll leave it at that. You'll like, comment, subscribe if you're new. I don't know if you guys actually made it to the end. Do me a favor. Do like a hashtag RIP Spite's life. Yeah, do that. Hashtag RIP Spite's life. Just put that in the comments. I don't care what people that don't know what's going on are gonna say. I'll just leave it at that. And y'all know what it is, guys. Grind on, catch me up, hit me up. Stay blessed. Thank you for stopping by. You know what? Let me do some singles for you guys with the 100 orbs from the login days. Make sure that I'm not running out of space still. Actually running out of battery first. That's fine. I'll take that. Let me know if you guys think I'm gonna get a 5-star. Actually, well, yeah, I guess y'all will see. If I get a 5-star, I'll stop. If not, I'm using 100 orbs. Like a derp. What can my 400 login days orbs do for me? 4-star Momo. Oh my goodness. That's a 5% banner. So I'm guessing we're not going to get a 5-star, but I mean, it is what it is. Yes, we did get one. Cool. Who is it? 5 out of 5 Hogyoku Aizen. 5 out of 5 Hogyoku Aizen. Okay, okay, game. Make sure I'm not running out of space while I'm doing this. Okay. Yo, Kyle, I don't know if you're watching this, but we finally did it. I didn't get Hogyoku Aizen until 2 months ago, guys. I put at least 6 to 7,000 orbs into banners where he was available in. Boom. 5 out of 5. And with that being said, I will leave it at that. Y'all know what it is, guys. Grind on, catch me up, hit me up, stay blessed. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace. Also, thank you so much for supporting me, guys. It really does mean the world to me. Like, yeah, let me not get emotional. I took enough of your time. Take care, guys. Peace.